Good morning, Kurt. Thanks so much, and good morning to you at home. Spending cuts has thousands of government workers wondering if they'll be out of a job by the end of the week. It's all part of the government's effort to reduce the deficit. With more on this, we go live to reporter Melissa Lamb. Melissa.
And Annette, many of those cuts are coming to people here in Ottawa. Thousands could receive a pink slip as early as tomorrow. The Conservatives announced its plans to cut more than 19,000 public service jobs over the next 3 years, an effort to cut spending by $5.2 billion, but the government has yet to explain what jobs they are cutting, although they have said they are mainly administrative. Now, the president of the Professional Institute of the Public Service of Canada says the news is bad.
Well, taking more than $5 billion out of Canada's public service and expecting public servants to do more with less is pretty bad. Asking key federal departments to tighten their belts by 10% is pretty bad. Taking 19,000 people off the federal payroll and hoping they can find work somewhere else is pretty bad.
And we've been asking for your comments all morning on this. You can find us on Facebook at CTV Ottawa Morning Live, and coming up we will read some of them for you. Annette?
Okay, Melissa, thanks. Melissa Lamb reporting live this morning. The Ontario Lottery and Gaming Corporation is pulling the slots from the Rideau Carleton Raceway. The OLG says it will end the program by the end of March 2013. The slots bring in about $4.4 million for the city of Ottawa, but the gaming industry is looking at opening a casino in downtown Ottawa and is closing racetrack slots right across Ontario. Prime Minister Stephen Harper had a few words of warning for his American audience, telling them to expect to pay more for Canadian oil. Harper was in Washington meeting with the U.S. and Mexican presidents. The three leaders agreed to work together to boost the economy and fight crime, but Harper told Americans that Canada is focusing on exporting oil to countries outside North America.
Canada's position on Trans-Pacific Partnership is the same as our position in any trade negotiation. We expect to negotiate and debate all manner of issues, and we seek ambitious outcomes to free trade agreements. In those negotiations, of course, Canada will attempt to promote and to defend Canada's interests, not just across the economy, but in individual sectors as well.
Meanwhile, Harper failed to win an invitation to join negotiations for a new Trans-Pacific partnership. Canada's biggest bank is on the defensive this morning after being accused of illegal stock trading. U.S. regulators filed a lawsuit yesterday claiming the Royal Bank of Canada made fake futures trades in order to gain tax benefits. The Royal Bank calls the allegations absurd. It says it consulted stock exchanges and commissions for guidance when it made the stock trades, and neither organization objected to the deals. 3 Republican primaries will be held in the U.S. today, and it could be the tipping point for the campaign of frontrunner Mitt Romney.
Point where I think you've heard a lot of Republicans speak. I've got more than twice as many delegates already as the other guys do.
Romney now has exactly half the delegates he needs to win the Republican nomination. He is expected to sweep Wisconsin, Maryland, and Washington, D.C. today. The other main competitor in the race is Rick Santorum, who has more than 270 delegates. Well, if you're looking for a career or just a job, you can find both at the Jim Durrell Center today. A youth employment and career fair will be held this afternoon with opportunities for people aged 16 to 30 to network, access information, and check out potential jobs. The fair will be held from 1:30 until 4:30 this afternoon, and young people are advised to bring several copies of their resume.